All right, man. We're started.
What's
How you
going
doing,
on?
brother?
I'm all right. How about yourself?
I'm good. So you introduce yourself.
My name is Damien Bonds. I used to go by other names, but for some reason I said I wanted to be more thorough, and I wanted to just go by Damien Bonds. Can't run from yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Let me turn the music off. Sorry.
Yeah. No worries.
I'm a highly focused person. When I focus in,
Yeah.
can't be no distractions.
Yeah. Like I said, my name is Damien Bonds. I chose to go by my full government name. It's something that I decided on my next chapter of music,
Okay,
interviewing, whatever I do. I wanted to come out as me.
that's cool.
You got me, you get me.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. So, because it's really common for people to make up their name
Yeah,
for the rap game.
Mm-hmm.
Do you are you willing to share your old name, or you want to just put that in the past?
It was literally just Dame.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing big.
Okay.
As a kid, I think I had Big Dame.
Big Dame.
You know what I mean? Big
Okay.
Dame as a kid, but
That's cool. That's cool.
as I got older, I changed it to just Dame.
Yeah.
But then when I came back on this new chapter, I decided to go with my full name, Damien Bonds.
Very cool.
Yeah.
How long? So when did this new chapter start for you?
The new chapter for me started probably, I want to say about 3 years ago. So it's 2022. So I want to say about the end of 18,
Okay.
early 19. That was let's get it going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you'd started a family and.
Well, the family started around that time too, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yeah, I came in my current marriage with a kid,
Okay.
and she came in with one as well.
Okay.
So we kind of just combined it and just went from there.
You're starting rapping. I heard your song. We did a mix together.
Okay.
How did that? Where'd that come from?
Well, basically, I did a song called "Falling," and what happened with that song was one morning I was sitting in the garage, and this was like my third day of drinking. So I was scrolling through social media, and I seen a post that said falling back into a place that I fought to get out of.
Okay.
Now, why I say it was my third day of drinking, because I was previously an alcoholic, and I
Okay.
stopped drinking altogether, right?
Yeah.
Stopped smoking, stopped drinking. And then slowly but surely, 3 days in a row, I had a shot. And I was just sitting there, and I was just thinking like, damn, I'm slowly slipping back into that place.
Okay.
So that's where that song came from, is because I felt myself slipping back into a place that I fought to get out of.
Yeah, it was a clean mix.
Yeah, yeah.
So where'd you do the mix?
Well, I have a guy that runs Uprise,
Yeah.
and his name is Michael Cox.
Yeah.
But I've been working with him for almost 4 or 5 years now,
Nice.
and it's the only person who I shoot my music videos with.
Yeah.
The only person who I record with.
Yeah.
That's my guy. So
He's great.
that's who mix all my stuff right there is Michael.
He does good work. How many songs have you done up until this point, you think?
Up until this point, I have released 5 solo albums,
Okay.
and the least amount of songs on them has been probably 8.
Dang. So you're
Yeah.
putting in the work.
Yeah, so I think I've dropped probably like 3 a year.
You're on Spotify?
Yeah. Spotify, Apple.
Under
all
Damien
platforms.
Bonds. Very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you guys been doing music videos and everything. You right now you're working on a video. In
Yeah,
fact.
I'm actually working on my first short film.
Okay.
It's always been a passion of mine to do acting.
No way. Yeah.
Yeah, so I've always wanted to try to dabble into that a little bit and just
Okay.
see where it goes and just, you know.
So what's the subject on this film that you're starting?
Well, this film, without giving away too much information, is it's a short film, and basically I was protected by a guardian angel.
Okay.
Yeah, so this guardian angel literally protects me throughout the movie. Yeah, so that's basically what it's about.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that kind of stuff.
yeah. Out in the woods, just, just trying to survive and trying to make the best of my situation.
So you're like the garden. You want to be out in the woods. I mean, are you feeling like this? There's a phase, like you're in a phase where you're trying to get back into nature. Is that kind of where you're on right now?
Well, me personally, I've always been more of the outdoors, woods kind of person
Okay,
versus the water and the beach,
I
the
see.
water and things like that. Even though I love the water, I love the beach, love the ocean, rivers, creeks. It really don't matter. I love water.
Yeah.
However, I'm from California, so out in California we have a place called the Redwood Trees, the Redwood Forest.
Yeah.
So that's one of my favorite spots to go. Huge trees,
Yeah.
big as a house sometimes.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
pretty. I've been out there a lot.
yeah,
It is surreal to be
yeah,
out there. I used to be in scouting, so we went camping all the time.
yeah.
It's crazy. There was this merit badge that we had to do where I had to spend a night out in the woods with nothing.
Is that right?
Yeah,
No tent, no nothing.
nothing. You have to, they teach you how to make shelter. And like basically you're just like, you have like an hour or two to build the shelter and then it's dark. So like if you
Oh,
have
so
to,
they set you up right at that time when it's
yeah,
getting ready. Oh, okay.
yeah. So like you've got a limited amount of time to put it together because once it's dark, can't see anything.
Right.
And then I had to sleep in it the whole night, and it was freezing, dude.
Yeah. Never forget it, huh?
No, it was good for me, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. So right now you feel that you'll be able to go out there and right away.
I wouldn't say I'm no Bear Grylls, but I mean, I guess I could survive if I really need to. I don't know about the hunting and like the berry picking and like feeding myself, but yeah, I mean, like I could probably last a couple days. You know, I don't know.
Well, that's what we trying to basically get more in tune with is just eating off the earth
Yeah.
and learning what plants to eat and
Yeah.
and kind of getting off meat and things like that and just trying to learn how to survive off of greens.
Yeah, I think there's a common thread that we're all trying to kind of go. We're in this cycle where we're coming back to nature a little bit more, and less so on focused on get money. You know, nice cars and stuff because
Yeah.
it's empty stuff. You know.
Exactly, and like I said before, it's no. I've never seen a U-Haul truck behind a casket.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's kind of like learning how to survive with
Yeah,
nothing is because us Americans we're so spoiled.
a little. Yeah, for sure.
You know
For
what I
sure.
mean? It's like
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think, and that's, I think that's something that I've always been focused on, almost too much. Like my wife makes fun of me. Like I'm like, girl, we gotta plant a garden. We gotta buy chickens. We gotta have, food storage. Like we gotta have it all. And she's
yeah.
like, no, chill out. It's all good. Like, but
Well,
and to her point, like if she let me loose, we would be out in the like we would. I would spend all my money on it. Like
and that's kind of what happened with me. I got let loose, and then the garden got crazy.
yeah,
Things start growing wild, and cucumbers and tomatoes started taking over half of the yard.
yeah.
Things like that. But it feels good to go out in the backyard and grab some food.
It does, dude. And I freaking I love it.
Yeah.
I've got a couple chickens. You can get chickens, it's about 4 chickens. Pretty much every house in the county is allowed to have 4 chickens in their
that right?
backyard. So we have 4. Actually, one died. Sorry, we have 3 now. But yeah, I mean, every morning I have 3 eggs, and they're from my chickens.
Every
That's
morning?
my breakfast. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how do you know if is it always babies in it, or how does that work?
No, because as long as there's no rooster, they can't make babies. So the eggs,
okay.
they pop out an egg every day, regardless of being pregnant.
Wow.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Some sort of, it's some sort of punishment from something. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Imagine trying to push out an egg every day.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. The best thing about chickens, too, is like you can pretty much, you got to clip their wings. And honestly, we haven't even done it, and we let them loose in the backyard. They don't fly away. Some of them will, so you have to clip their wings. But then, like, they can survive off bugs. So, like, they'll just, you really don't have to feed them that much.
If you did have to feed them, what do you feed them?
Well, you can do, like, dried corn is the simplest thing, like, in a pinch. But also you can go down to the feed store, and you can buy special feed for chickens. And it's like pellets.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's actually the new thing that I'm doing in the garden this year is corn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so got
Yeah.
a lot of corn out there going right now.
Sounds like you got a big plot, my man.
Yeah, it's gotten out of control. I failed with the yams.
Okay.
I failed last year with the yams.
Yams are tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a, I've never actually, we've tried yams a couple times.
You got to
here.
get the slips, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So you got to start it. That it didn't go through for us.
Have you ever gotten involved in like community gardens at all?
What is that?
Like almost every neighborhood around Sacramento, they're starting to try to build like these community gardens where you can go in and it's basically a garden that's open to the whole neighborhood. You can plot your own vegetables and I don't know. It's sweet. There's some really cool. I don't know the other way. I've been in Sacramento my whole life. I don't know how it is in other places, but Sacramento is really cool about like trying to, set up a little bit more independence for the community and trying to get us back into nature a little bit.
Yeah.
So that you can. There's tons of community gardens around.
So it's just like the community goes there, and then once you get there, there's different households who's planted things.
Yeah.
And everyone just takes care of their own plot.
Yeah. It's like instead of having a park, they put up a garden, or sometimes it's attached to the park, where there's like this area where you can do gardening.
I'm gonna look into that. That sounds even with mine going, I still wouldn't mind putting something out there.
Yeah.
So do they trade foods and things?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It's like trying to build because like when it comes down to it, if you want to get real, you can grow as much fruit as you want, but the community is like having a community around gardening is essential so that you can kind of pass. So there's no way I can grow everything.
Right. Exactly.
So. Yeah, so it's good to get involved in those communities, and there's a lot of people out there. Because, like, Sacramento is huge for gardening, I think, because the weather is so perfect all the time,
Yeah.
So there's a lot of guys out there, and girls, of course,
Yeah.
So it's a good community.
Yeah. That's really good to know. I'm going to look into that.
Because, like, actually, like, the reason I called this place Beet Farm is I'm hoping to turn it into some sort of. I'm trying to work it out, right? It's all work in progress, but some sort of nonprofit that we're able to use music to kind of generate some funds that we donate to the community garden, the garden system, and just getting like educating kids more and like giving them more opportunities to learn how to like get out there in the dirt and figure out how to grow things for themselves a little.
Yeah. That's huge. And honestly, the process of planting, the process of weeding, the process of harvesting is a very peaceful time.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's a very peaceful time. You really, you really get in tune with just nature and your thoughts slow down a little bit. You know what I mean? It's a good moment.
It is. It's very therapeutic.
And if you're seeding, weeding, or harvesting with friends or family,
Yeah.
you connect.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
I have like when we were kids, we were younger. My grandpa was a very big gardener, and very much like, back in the day, the older generation, they grew like a lot of their own stuff, right? And then they'd pickle and they'd like can stuff, and like I feel like some of the best memories for me wasn't like the parties as much as it was like the whole family would get together after we had a harvest of peppers, and we would like pickle them together, and like I think like we kind of like lost sight of like just that small town. I don't even just like that more like authentic lifestyle of like
Yeah.
rather than like trying to win like let's like there's a certain amount of, how do I say this, like not just like learning how to survive, but like survive peacefully, rather than like fighting for a nice car, fighting for more money so I can buy a nice house.
Yeah.
Like rather like put that energy into like building a farm for your family, and like you're still working hard, it's still hard work,
Yeah. Yeah.
but like
Yeah.
you're not out there like tearing people down to get yourself something that's worthless.
Exactly.
So
Yeah. That's one problem that us Americans have is the greed.
yeah,
We all want, take, gimme, gimme, gimme.
yeah,
And it's things like that that's available to us that some people never think about.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I definitely agree with that.
On that note, you have a dream car?
Stingray Corvette.
Nice.
Um,
The newer ones or the older one?
69.
69. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, bubble eye.
That's cool.
With the little
Yeah.
Stingray Corvette, probably all black, black leather.
Matte or gloss?
Honestly, it's just the body. It
The
really
body.
don't matter.
Yeah.
It's just the body.
Yeah. I know Matt's like all in right now.
Yeah.
It does look cool, but I wonder how hard it is to keep like clean and like looking nice.
Well, black, believe it or not, is a problem. Keep it clean.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Like,
So it's
if it's matte, it's got to be. I wonder if it's harder or easier. I don't know.
yeah. It's probably I reckon it's probably 2 to 3 times a week waxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's somewhere around there.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, that's too much, man.
Then you got the you gotta wrap it every night. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's a hassle unless you got a garage.
I had a charcoal truck. It was a Chevy. In fact, it had a Corvette. It had a big engine in it. It was a V8 in high school. That was a really fast car. And like, yeah, when I had nothing else to do, it was fun to wax it. But like now I got too much.
Yeah.
I'm actually into the new Tesla truck, dude. I think those look dope.
What's your dream car?
I think the Tesla truck right now.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like cool looking. It's not too expensive, and it's like it looks cool and it's fun. It's good. I mean, there's debate on whether electronic cars are actually better than gas and whatever that. But regardless, I think it's a dope car, and if I get solar panels in my house, it's I just like the idea that if I can generate my own electricity. I can't harvest my own oil.
Right.
So like
right.
that's why I would, if I were like in my dream situation, I'd have solar panels and then having the car, and whether it's good for the environment, I'm not sure. I just know that I have a source of my own like
Right.
power,
Yeah.
So
So what's the deal about the Teslas? Are they're no gas, right?
it's all electric.
It's all electric. So you charge them at home
Yeah.
or wherever you need to charge them.
Yeah.
Pretty good battery. Is that how it's?
It's a pretty like they have different sizes. So some batteries will last like they have estimates of like 200 miles. You can get the bigger one that goes up to I think like 400 miles. Which every tank of gas, I mean a tank of gas will get you about 250 to 300 on a standard car.
So when you're traveling in a Tesla, when you stop for gas or charge, you need to do a full charge when you stop? Or how does that work? Or do they have extra batteries? Or?
This is one thing that's really cool about the Tesla system is he's integrated the system to where like if you say, hey, I got to drive from here to New York, it's gonna not only calculate the drive time, but it's gonna calculate like which stations you should stop at and for how long in order to make it to the next one so that you can charge up. And so basically like the computer tells you which stations to stop at. There's a guy on YouTube that did a trip where he basically went across the United States in a Tesla, and he let the Tesla decide where to go and how long to stay and how long to charge. And it
So
was
about how long is what would be the quickest charge? Probably like an hour.
I think the computer. I haven't looked that far into it. I know like for a full charge, you're probably a couple hours at least.
See, that's the part that gets me because when I'm traveling, I like to leave at early morning, 3 a.m., 3, 4, 5, maybe 2 a.m. And I like my gas stations trips to be like pit stops.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everybody go pee while this tank is getting filled up.
Yeah.
And we out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I just like to stay on the road.
Yeah,
you know?
I get you. Yeah, you're definitely gonna have to change your vibe on that. Like if you wanted to go with it, it's gonna be. I mean, maybe it'll get better in the future, but for sure, right now, it's more like you go with the flow and like you just let the car do its thing, and you just like make the best out of the stops. I think when you're traveling and Tesla, if you go by the Tesla route, I think usually the stops are maybe 15 to 20 minutes, where you're just like waiting for it to make enough juice to get to the next spot.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. If we're not stopping a lot.
Yeah.
I've drove from Atlanta to California, so
Okay.
yeah, and I did that in I think about 16 hours.
That's sweet.
Yeah, I was speeding.
Yeah.
I was speeding, and I really only
Do
pulled a.
you stop overnight or you straight?
I did it once. I stopped once and slept.
Where'd you stop?
Truck stop.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you so have you been in where have you traveled in the United States?
Honestly, being from California, nowhere, because I've only been to Vegas, and a lot of us Californians been to Vegas multiple times.
Yeah.
But I haven't been nowhere. When I went to Atlanta, the only thing I did was pick up the wife and come right back.
I gotcha.
You know, we didn't, and then we drove right through. It was dark when we passed the Grand Canyon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it nowhere.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, California, like me and my wife are getting to that point where like we realize that California, regardless of the negatives that I know people have about it, I mean, there's so many things to see here. You don't really need to travel that much to see some pretty stuff, you know.
Yeah. If you're from California, for me being from California, I kind of want to see other things because I feel like I'm 33, so I feel like I've been up and down this coast so many times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was talking to interviewing somebody from New York, and it was funny because she wanted to move to Cali.
Yeah.
And I wanted to kind of move to New York.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
kind of.
I know. It's like you always want to. It's like the grass is always greener on the other side.
But from what I'm hearing, this is the place to be. It might be expensive.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, but.
I get it. It depends on who you're asking.
Yeah.
For sure. Because I know there's a lot of people leaving Cali right now. It's kind of a big issue.
Yeah.
But, you know.
My dream place to actually live just for 1 year is Seattle.
Okay. So you like the rain?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it too. I've been up to Oregon, Portland once. Never to Seattle, but yeah, it's super nice. It's just lush and green and so pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine.
Yeah.
All that healthy water.
I hope it's healthy. I don't know. You never know these days.
Yeah. But yeah, that's one of my dream places to be at is just Seattle and just chill. But then you think about grocery shopping, kids' field trips.
Yeah. Imagine being in
Swimming
there.
pools indoors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's got to get tiring after a while for sure.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, how do you like being a father?
It's actually the greatest gift ever.
Yeah.
It's just you know, they're kids, so they get annoying. You know,
I know.
you got kids?
2, yeah.
What? How
I'm
old?
there. 4 and 1.
Okay, yeah. So I have a 8-month-old. I have a 3-year-old, 10 and 11
Nice.
year old. So I got 4. So it's the 10 and 11 ones. They can act crazy, retarded. What's that word? Annoying, irritating questions.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, how does a rooster fly? You know, you
Yeah.
never know what the question's gonna be.
Yeah, yeah.
As you know, you said 4.
4, yeah.
Yeah, so the 3 and 4 year olds, they just talk a lot
Yeah.
and run around. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? The you said 1,
Yeah.
so he or she.
Both are girls, yeah.
Okay, so she's just now learning that her legs can get her places.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
We just went to a park and we had a party at Oak Grove Park and yeah, she was just running like literally like circles. Like I was just walking around. I was like, I'll let her go because like then she went home and slept. But it's just
Yeah.
funny to watch them little legs like
Exactly.
she's like flailing
I
around.
love them when they sleep
Oh,
and
dude.
you get to see them and you're like, wow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then they wake up, time to go.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's a good thing. It helped rooted me.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
I recommend I recommend family like over most things.
Yeah. It you know, it has its perks, but you know, it also has its negatives to some. You get to always have your village. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? You have a village that's yours, and you know that's one of the big perks of it. It's like this is my village. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Versus being a part of a family,
Yeah. Yeah.
like your extended family, which is your mom, your
Yeah.
sisters, your brothers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's like just like you're talking about how gardening is therapeutic and it kind of helps you weed through life and there's a lot of parallels and like there's a lot of things you can learn from gardening that actually apply to building a family at the same time like you know it's a challenge it's work you know it's dedication there's some things like sometimes you got to get your fingers dirty with dirt
Yeah.
but in the end the fruit is worth it you know.
Yeah, and I used to always tell one of my boys, it's like with women, think of them as a twig on a tree.
Yeah.
You can either have this twig may have thorns on it.
Yeah.
This twig may have a lot of roses on it. This twig may have fruit on it already with roses on it.
Yeah.
You know, this one may have good healthy fruit on it, but a lot of thorns on it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yep.
So it's kind of like pick your poison.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit of
You
that.
know, that's
Yeah, you got to definitely choose the plant you want to work with.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you can either be into peach trees or rosebuds. I don't know, but
Yeah.
either each one comes with its own challenges.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
but it's still good for us. Like, and I think that's one of my motivations behind this podcast is like I like music, but I'm a little bit more deep about it. Like there's so much like life is super deep. Like there's so much to this.
Yeah.
And like music can sometimes get really showy and we get focused on this world of like me. But like deep down music is supposed to be this thing that helps us communicate with this deeper you know, the stuff that's inside of us that we can't necessarily put into words all the time, you know.
Yeah, it's believe it or not, I don't listen to rap.
Really
Yeah, I listen to R&B
nice.
and neo soul. Those are even though I rap,
Yeah,
that's my go-to is I listen to R&B, neo soul.
yeah,
Country is actually
yeah,
great genre of music.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
agree. Who's your favorite artist right now that you?
it's Lauryn Hill.
Okay,
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, it's Lauryn Hill.
okay,
The why I say that is because she's a person who speaks to the soul
yeah,
and speaks from the soul. So,
yeah.
are you familiar with her?
Not completely. Is she a newer? She's kind of
No,
newer.
she's older, but she's not old school 80s, 70s or nothing like that.
Yeah,
But yeah, she's definitely my favorite. She has a whole album which basically just gives you a therapeutic knowledge.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I mean? It gives you knowledge that the average ear won't be able to perceive. You
yeah.
know,
Hmm.
stuff like that.
So you listen? Is she the one you listen to for inspiration for your own songs a lot of, or how do you find inspiration for your stuff?
Honestly, honestly, the way I find it is it's life experiences.
Okay.
It's things that I go through and things that I see and feel at that moment, and I create a song from that.
Yeah.
But then you'll always have a you I don't know if you heard of Tory Lanez. Okay, well you'll always have a he did an album where he supposedly allegedly shot another famous female rapper in the
Okay.
foot,
Okay.
and his response was an album.
Okay.
Now, when I listened to the album, it was so good to me that it inspired me to make one.
Yeah.
Not what he was talking about or what he was going through, but it was kind of like, damn, I want to do one now. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel you.
So sometimes people can inspire me a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got into Kanye West Donda. I'm not a big rap fan either, but I mean I listen to it when it's good. Like to me, there's no bad genres. There's only bad songs, right? And like you know, and I typically since I play the drums, I typically listen to rock and stuff that has a lot of drums in it. But yeah, I mean I'd heard about Kanye West, and you know I don't know. You hear about him in the media, and they kind of make him out to be this kind of crazy, like off the wall
Yeah,
dude.
they got to.
But like his, especially that new album, like I was listening to that, I was like, this is, it's weird how simple these songs are, but like I don't know how he's able to generate that passion. But like I listened to it, I'm like, dude, I gotta write an album like today, you know, like
Exactly. It's this who is I'm trying to think of one of my favorite songs. It's by Unsteady.
okay,
Have you heard of that song? I'm a little unsteady. Uh, Let me see.
yeah, we can play it. You can put it up to the mic if you want, no pressure.
Let me see. I'll just tell you the band and see if you know.
There's so much music out there, so many artists now. I don't. There's no way to
Ex
keep.
Ambassadors.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of them?
Uh-uh.
Yeah, it's a
Are they kind of newer or what?
well, this song that I like came out about 6 years ago. What
Okay.
about Creed?
I do. I mean, I like Creed. Yeah, the rock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Those are a few. But this one,
Oh yeah, I do know the song. Yeah, yeah,
you know this song?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like that song was so. When I heard it, it didn't matter the genre. It mattered what they were saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then for me, if you're able to paint a picture
Yeah.
with your words and then paint a picture in real life, it makes it, oh my goodness, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm for me, rap's not it for me currently.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, but that's just me.
It's common in music, where what you listen to and what you produce is two different things. Everyone's gonna people are gonna pick up on your music, and because you can't listen to the same. Like if you want to be an artist, especially, you can't expect to listen to one genre or one and be creative. You
That's
need
an
to,
artist though.
yeah.
Yeah.
You got to be able to pull in, experience the world and pull it into your own stuff.
Right, right, right.
So, what do you have like a topic that you tend to focus on when you're putting up songs, or is it just kind of situational?
Me, what I like to do is I like to try to make the whole project match.
I see.
I have an album called Broken Hills, and in that album, it's a whole bunch of depressing love songs.
Yeah.
I have an album called Prophet, and that album is a whole bunch of I would say just introductions songs about what I am and what I believe in and things
Yeah.
like that. So I liked, and then certain songs don't make the project if they don't match the feel. So it's like I wouldn't necessarily say a certain topic that I gravitate towards,
Yeah.
but definitely once I get a feel for an album or a mixtape,
Yeah.
I kind of make sure everything kind of feels the same and not necessarily sounds the same, but feels the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's sweet. I like that. Um, I'm actually not to put myself out there, but I've been trying to think of putting albums together myself because I'm a drummer. I've never put an. I'm usually I'm add-ons for most people, right?
Okay.
But I'm thinking about putting my own stuff together, and I'm really big into the yin and yang stuff.
Okay.
So I thought about this idea of because a lot of times, what if the album was, rather than just random songs or even just all the same energy, is there a way to go from one song to the other and take somebody through this whole cycle of that cycle of on top of the world, and then you fall down.
Like a gumbo pot.
Yeah, and then there's this basically I guess it's a plot. Where the whole album's a plot where you start off kind of normal, and then there's this struggle that kind of brings you down into this almost hell, and you're trying to fight
Well-
yourself out, and then you eventually get there, and then by the end of the album you're a winner again.
Well, I think that's the privilege of being an artist
Yeah.
is that you're able to make us go through what you want us to go through with
Yeah.
the songs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
Like yeah, it started off really sad. I thought I was gonna be able to play this in the winter in the rain.
Yeah.
But then 3 songs later, I feel like I want to go clubbing and I want to
Yeah.
go discoing. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Then a couple songs later, I want to marry someone. You know what
yeah,
I
dude.
mean?
Because I go through those cycles almost weekly. I might have mental problems. I don't know, man. But some days I'm I'm the fucking best, and then the next day I'm I suck. I just this. It's and I assume everyone kind of has that. And
If they don't, they lie.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So can we put that into an album where there's this journey and normalizing the fact that you don't have to a lot of stuff right now is so performative. Even hanging out with your family, a lot of times especially my family's heavy religious. So there's this performance factor, and I can't say certain words. I can't have certain facial expressions because they're not gonna like it, right? So there's this performative aspect to life, and but deep down we all know it's not cut and dry, dude. Some days are
Right,
good,
right.
some days are bad,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and why is not always like obvious, you know.
Yeah. Why are you mad? I don't fucking know.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I
just
mean?
am. Yeah,
Yeah, like yeah. So I mean, and to touch a little bit on that, it's kind of you know, the whole idea of buying new outfits and clothes to go to a function or a party or something like that.
yeah,
It's like for what? It's
yeah,
still me. You
yeah,
know what I mean? Like
yeah.
I'm
That's true.
still it's still me.
Yeah,
I I've done so many music videos and I never really put no money into my attire.
yeah,
Even though that's the as a rapper, you're supposed to have this image and you're supposed to, you know what I mean? But I
yeah,
never really. And then I said to myself, I said, you know what? When I get back on camera, I'm not doing my hair no more.
mm-hmm.
I'm not really too concerned about it because it's for me to touch you as an actor, as a model or as a artist,
Yeah,
it's you're supposed to get the art.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But then the marketing yourself, I don't
yeah,
know. It's a thin line, but
yeah. You know what's funny is, I was just kind of talking about like people like Marshmallow Mouth or Slipknot, these guys that wear
okay,
masks.
yeah.
I think it's kind of smart because the mask thing, especially because
Sia as well.
yeah, see ya, exactly.
Yeah.
Like where you basically you're putting on this persona, and it allows you to like you're right now. It's about the music. It's not about me and my personal life, and I think that's a kind of a cool thing, especially because like you know if when you're that big, like going out in the public scene,
Man, I
like
never
imagine
thought about
the
that.
pressure and like now people, if you don't have your wig on or you don't have your mask on, you have like this certain amount of
I
privacy.
never thought about that.
So like it's cool. Yeah, sorry, it's still running.
Yeah. I never thought about that.
Yeah, so that's the genius behind it, you know. And so I think the mask thing is pretty
Damn.
smart. But yeah, when you're like using your own face and you're like decking yourself out and making it about like this weird
Brand, yeah.
brand thing like that, that's where it's a little crazy.
Damn, so you just made me really think about the fact that they can be million billion dollar people
Yeah,
and sitting in Starbucks with us and having a regular, they still get to
yeah,
enjoy that part of life.
yeah, yeah. I think that's the genius of it.
Damn.
So, and I,
But the problem is everyone wants fame so much to where they wouldn't. It's like the music writers.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like I'll write music for you and give you a dope song, a dope beat, a dope melody.
yeah,
I don't want to be seen or need to be seen. Just give me my residuals and
yeah,
let me
yeah.
go about my way.
That's a wise way to do it too.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But then there's the people who like, no, I need to be on camera. I need them to know it's me.
Yeah, there's a certain amount of I mean, I get like there's some people that are really good out like who's even Sia, right? Like she's a Julie. I think she's like educated in music. Like she performs. She's a performer.
Okay.
Like that's how she is. That's what makes her special. So this is what she likes doing, but she also wants to be like private. At the same time, and like, and that's where like I think that's what sets apart like a great artist from a good artist. The great artists, like I look for people that don't have the ego so heavy, where you can feel like the passion in the music and like like people like Sia, even people Zach Brown Band, Slipknot, these guys like Tool. There's so many geniuses out there that you can feel when they're playing that music. Like it's about the music,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
And that's a great thing you said that because I was just thinking as I was speaking to you about it is that I think what it really is there's things mentally and spiritually that these people go through that make them want the fame.
Yeah.
make them need. I need you to know it's me.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe I didn't have the best upbringing. Maybe I wasn't the flyest. Maybe I wasn't the tightest or the dopest.
Yeah.
I really, really need you to know this is me now. You know, it's
Yeah.
gotten so bad to where people are confessing murders on
On the rap.
Instagram,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
on YouTube and things like. I really, really need you to know this is me.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if I'm possibly going to get life in prison.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I really, really need you to know this is me. You
Yeah,
know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Kind of like just that weight of being a faker. It can be a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And even like murderers, or just like when you come clean about who you are down in the depths of your soul, that opens your life up for either an extremely beautiful life where that leads to maybe you become a famous musician and you can use that fame to kind of help put passion into other people, or if you've had a hard life and maybe you've made some bad decisions, just confronting that and like letting it out like
Yeah.
frees you, like puts the weight off of your shoulders, and you can kind of restart again.
And they're not really using it for therapeutic counseling type of reasons. They're using it more for to get more fame.
Yeah.
You know, it's like and that's another thing I thought about. I was talking to a friend of mine, and I asked him, I said, hey, you know what, bro? The type of people we are, do we really want the fame? You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do we really want it?
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like damn.
Can you handle it? I mean, it's
Yeah,
a lot to handle.
yeah. It's a lot that come with it. They take your voice away. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? You're not allowed. You have to be media trained, and
Yeah. Yeah.
like it's things that I say a lot that will. They got this new cancel culture thing going on.
Yeah.
I would. They would cancel the hell out of me. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
No, for sure. I get that.
It's like
Yeah, there's definitely a lot more pressure. I'm hoping. I think people are getting wise to it now, though, to where like that cancel culture is. I think it's kind of on the way out. People, like with the internet and like with the open source like programs that are coming out. I just think right now almost everybody is going to eventually be known in some way, right? And like you don't have to. It's like I'm doing this podcast thing. Yeah, I'm not expecting to be like this superstar like everybody in the United States listening, but I think we've come to a point where it's almost necessary for me to market. Like I got businesses, I got stuff I'm trying to do. I got people around the community, and like this to me, like I'm trying to really hold this spirit of it's not about me. This podcast, it's about the community and getting people in here to spread their word, connecting people. Like you rap, but you need beats. I got this dude over here. He plays beat. Like just connecting people and
Yeah.
keeping the money and the energy right here.
yeah, yeah.
So I think now is a good time to do it because people are kind of waking up to the fact that the media is totally messed up. Like the news, the standard news, and people want authenticity. I feel like that's what people want, and that's what I'm trying to do here.
I definitely felt that when I walked in with the sage and
Yeah,
with the music, the soft music, and I definitely got a vibe of like, hey, this is somewhere I wouldn't mind being.
yeah, yeah,
And you could definitely get that off of First Impression here.
yeah. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I appreciate
I
that.
definitely can admit that. Yeah, it was a nice feel coming here.
Good.
So you said you was thinking about calling it the Beat Ranch?
Beat Farm.
Beat Farm.
Beat Farm's the name. Yeah,
Oh, that is the name.
that's the name.
Okay.
I've officially made it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's kind of fun. You watch The Office?
No, I watch Science-Field.
Oh, Seinfeld.
Yeah,
Seinfeld.
I watch it every night, all night.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
anyways, the Beat Farm kind of was inspired by The Office because there's I don't know if you know Dwight. Dwight's kind of the guy, the nerd dude on The Office.
I've seen him. Yeah.
Anyways, he's got a beat farm, and he's just really famous. He's just kind of funny. He has a beat farm, and I play the drums, and I got a farm, and it's kind of based off of that. But,
Okay.
yeah. You know, what's your plans for the future? How do you want people to find you? And
Well, as far as my music,
yeah,
you can find me on all platforms at Damien Bonds, Damien Bonds, Bonds.
okay,
YouTube, the same.
okay,
And I have a podcast / interview platform, that I do on YouTube called Schools in Session.
okay,
And I basically just interview different artists and entrepreneurs from around the world.
very cool,
Just shed a little light on their gifts and talents.
very cool.
And just hear from them a little bit and try to ask some weird, different questions. And my purpose of that is to get people to smile and laugh because I feel the world is so serious right now.
Yeah,
So it's like, I get people when they first come on, they're really intense and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
by the end of the show, I get them laughing and smiling.
yeah,
And the purpose of that is really just to give. I thought about it a while ago is how could I give back to the world?
right. So, yeah, you into comedy?
I love it.
Who's your favorite comedian?
There's a guy called Robin Harris who passed away.
Okay,
Black comedian off of Bebe's Kids.
no way.
Yeah, his name is Robin Harris. And then after that would be Bernie Mac.
Oh, Bernie Mac, yeah,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, dude.
Big Science Field fan. I
Yeah.
don't know why it's so good.
Dude, it's just like simple. It's easy.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't know what it is. It's clean and yeah.
Yeah, but
His
Damien
voice.
Bonds on all platforms, YouTube, Spotify, Apple.
Okay.
My Instagram is lyrical_Dame.
Okay.
Lyrical_DAME.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can send me if you want. You can just send me all those links, and I'll put it in at the bottom.
Yeah.
And,
In the
attach it.
description.
Yeah, in the description.
Yeah, we'll get it there. But hey, really dope podcast. I love your setup.
Thanks.
I love your energy. I love your conversation.
I appreciate it.
I really enjoyed coming out here.
Yeah.
Definitely wanted to know if you was gonna kill me. By the time I got halfway out here, I'm like, damn, is this a setup? You know what I mean? But
That's what's great about it is by the time people come, they're a little bit shy.
yeah.
So-
But beautiful podcast.
Thank
You
you.
got a great thing going here. I'm definitely gonna share it with the world the first chance I get.
I appreciate that.
And real authentic dude. I thank you for allowing me to be on your show.
Thanks for coming, man.
Yeah.
I know it's a risk. I appreciate you making the trip out here, even though it's a little scary.
Yeah, but like I said, I definitely really thank you for letting me come on. Really nice dude. I encourage everybody to get in tune because this show is definitely gonna be something.
I hope so. Thank you.
So
I appreciate that.
yeah.
All right, man. We're signing off.